Which team has more chances of winning a World T20 Cup? Written by Jaffer Hand. I will share my perspective. Afghanistan. Afghanistan is the best team in the 2020 Games. The best players of the T20 are Rashid, Nabi and Mujeeb. Hazrat, Najib, Naveen and Garbiz are also experts in these games. UAE pitches are favorable for Afghan bowlers. Afghanistan's biggest problem is middle-order batting and fast bowling. Fielding is another problem. The other thing is that for months now, these players have not played together as a team. They may not be able to play their practice match against South Africa on Sunday because they cannot reach the UAE on time. Afghanistan faces India, Pakistan, and New Zealand. Not easy teams, but Afghanistan is not a weak competitor either. My heart says that maybe we may go to the semi-final, but logically it is hard. It is my emotional opinion. Let's trust in God. India. India is the host of these games, and the pitches will be built on their strength. All players have played in the UAE and in the IPL. They are well familiar with the weather. Indian fans are also high in the UAE. In the presence of Virat, Rahul, Sharma, Pant and Pandey, India's batting is very strong. India's slow and fast bowlers are both strong. India has a better chance of reaching the semi-final. India has a good chance of winning the World Cup. Australia. Australia has won more World Cups than any other country. Having the art of winning World Cups, Warner, Smith, Finch and Maxwell are considered to be the best and most experienced players of their 2020 games. The combination of slow and fast bowling in the presence of Stark and Zampa is also good. Australia has always been a consistent team and is determined to win this cup. Asian pitches can be a problem for Australia, but they may not be a big problem in the 2020 games. The chances of making it to the semi-final are high. England. The England team has so far won one 2020 World Cup and one ODI World Cup. In the presence of Morgan, Bistow and Butler, England's batting composition is good. Moeen Ali and Adil Rashid have strengthened their slow bowling, and their fast bowling is always strong. It is considered to be a very experienced team, and many of its players have played in the IPL and are familiar with the climate of the UAE. The chances of making it to the semi-finals are low. Pakistan. The presence of Rizwan, Shoaib Malik, Fakhrul Zaman, and Sarfraz under the captaincy of Babar Azam has created a mix of young and experienced players. Pakistani players are familiar with UAE pitches, where they also compete in the Super League. In the presence of Shadab and Shaheen, the combination of fast and slow bowlers is also good. Pakistan is one of the best 2020 teams seeking to win the World Cup. Their team is balanced. The chances of making it to the semi-final are high. West Indies. West Indies have won the last 2020 World Cup. This team is also the specialist team of the 2020 tournament. There are names like Pollard, Bravo, Russell, Gale, Hatmeyer, Porin, and many more who specialize in 2020 competitions. They have also recently played in IPL matches. Has a very stable, balanced and strong squad. It has a good chance of making it to the semi-final, and is also a contender to win the World Cup. New Zealand. New Zealand, however, have some experienced players in the 2020, such as Captain Williamson, Jamie Neshan and Guptill, but the big problem is that they have not played and accomplished much in the Asian pitches. New Zealand have never won a World Cup. The only title they have won is a Test Championship. Their batting looks weaker than bowling. New Zealand is not a very balanced team. In my opinion, they may not make it to the semi-finals. South Africa. The South African team does not have a good playing history in the big tournaments. The team is still stuck in the transition process. The captaincy has changed and their last matches against Pakistan and Ireland have not been good. The presence of de Kock and Miller in batting and Rabeda and Shamsi and some others in bowling provide balance to the team, but I don't think they will make it to the semi-finals. I wish Afghanistan was in the group of South Africa. Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan team is made up of young players. Their slow bowling is stronger than fast bowling. In batting, Dasan, Shandimal and Dhananjaya are the players who can lay the groundwork for a good start, but they are not a stable team, and it is unlikely that they will make it to the semi-finals. Like Afghanistan, they will rely more on slow bowlers. They didn't even make it to the World Cup without qualifying round like Afghanistan did. I wish they could face Afghanistan in the group. Afghanistan's chances of winning were high. Bangladesh. Bangladesh has always been a team that can't be counted on much, but they have beaten big teams in some sensitive games. In the presence of Shakib, Mushfiqur, Sarkar and Mohammedullah, the experienced players of the Bangladesh team are strong. The young players also include 2 or 3 all-rounders and slow bowlers in the squad. They have played well in recent games with Australia and some other countries and have won games. It is a hard-working team, but it will be difficult to make it to the semi-finals.